Welcome to part 6 of the MongoDB tutorial series. In this video, we'll be discussing indexing and how that can be used to make your database much faster. Indexes are special data structures that make it easier for MongoDB to fetch records from your database at much quicker speeds. So I made a comments collection, and I've inserted a couple of comments here. And now say that I want to find all of the comments that are written by Homer. I would do a find query like this, where I set author to Homer, and I would execute it, and it would give me the document I want. However, the more comments that I have in my collection over here, the longer this query will take to execute, because in order to find all the documents where the author is Homer, it has to go through the entire collection and check each author field to see if this author is Homer, if this author is Homer, if this author is Homer, and so on, until it gets all the ones where the author is Homer. So the fast way to do it is to create an index. That allows MongoDB to not search through the whole collection, and it can actually instantaneously get all the documents where the author is Homer. So to do that, you set ensure index, and you define an index on a field. So we're going to define it on the author field, and we're going to write 1 to define it in ascending order. So now we have a index on the author field. So if we write get indexes, we'll see the one that we just created, author_1. Also note that there is automatically an ID index by default, and that's the reason why when you're given the ID of an object, you're able to automatically fetch it instead of having to traverse through the entire collection. MongoDB does that by default, and so that's pretty neat. And you can drop an index like so. You use the drop index command, and you put in the name of the index that you want to drop. So we just drop the author index. Now we can also make indexes on values inside of arrays. So say that we want to make an index on tags, we can do that pretty easily by doing db.comments.ensureIndex and tags in ascending order. And then all we have to do is db.comments.find tags, and then wherever we search something like this, tags where pizza is contained in the tags, we'll get, for example, these 2 documents where pizza is contained in the tags. And so by creating an index, that operation becomes much faster. And finally, we can make a index on text. So the way that works, say that we want to search through the text of each of these comments. So I want to find all the comments that mention the words MongoDB. Very simply, I can do another ensure index command and write that I want to make an index on the body field, and I define the type as text. Great, now I can do db.comments.find, where $text operator is equal to $search operator and the text that I want to search. So let's say I want to search for MongoDB. Great, and it gets us what we want. Say I want to search for comment, and it gets me all the comments that contain the word comment. So that's how to use indexes in MongoDB, and in the next video we will be discussing our first small project, so you can get a hands-on look at how to use MongoDB in your project.